all, today's topic is relations. Before I start relations, I want to tell you what you mean by ordered pair and Cartesian product of sets. First, let me discuss ordered pair. Ordered pair, let me consider AB. If you write AB like this, we call it as ordered pair. There is nothing much specific definition for this. Writing in this order, we call it as ordered pair. And in this, you have to notice if AB is there, here A is called as first element and B is called as second element. Also, you have to observe this. AB order pair is there means it is never equal to BA. AB is not equal to BA. This is first thing. And second thing is, if you write AB is equal to CD, if you write AB is equal to CD, this implies A is equal to C, that is first element is equal to first element and B is equal to D, second element is equal to second element. This is implies and implied by. If A is equal to C, B is equal to D, you can write AB is equal to CD. Reverse. AB is equal to CD means you can write A is equal to C and B is equal to D. Next I move to Cartesian product of sets. Cartesian product of sets, to define that, let me take A and B are two non-empty sets. A and B are two non-empty sets. The Cartesian product is denoted by A cross B and is defined as A cross B is equal to order pair AB such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Cartesian product A cross B is equal to AB such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. One example I would like to give. If A is equal to AB and B is equal to 1, 2, then you see A cross B is equal to A1, A2, B1, B2. This is the Cartesian product. See, here only you have to observe certain things. See here, n of A is equal to 2. A contains 2 elements. B also contains 2 elements. Cartesian product contains how many elements? 4 elements. That is, n of A cross B is equal to 4 elements. Here only you can understand how many number of elements will be there in the Cartesian product. This is very important because question will appear from this concept. They will give A cross B. They will ask what is n of A, n of B, or else something else. Like that they will ask. This is very important. If n of A cross B contains n of A into n of B number of elements. That is, n of A cross B is equal to n of A into n of B. That is number of elements. Next, let me tell you one more. This is in the Cartesian product. You have two sets here. Suppose you have three sets A, B, C. You have three non-empty sets A, B, C. Then the Cartesian product is given by A cross B cross C and is defined as A, B, C such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B, C belongs to C. And this one, A, B, C, is called as ordered triplet. If 2 are there, order pair, 3 are there, then it is ordered triplet. Let us go some of the results on Cartesian product. Some useful results. Okay. First one is A union B cross C is equal to A union B cross A union C. Second, A intersection B cross C is equal to A intersection B cross A intersection C. A cross minus C is A cross B minus A cross C. Suppose A is subset of B, C is subset of D, then A cross C is subset of B cross D. B cross D. Always A cross B not equal to B cross A. A cross B is not equal to B cross A. If it happens, that means if A cross B is equal to B cross A, if A cross B is equal to B cross A, then A is equal to B. That is, set A is equal to set B. These are few important results. Now we'll go for relations. Relations. A relation R from A to B. Relation R from A to B is defined as R is subset of A cross B. R is subset of A cross B. Now you clearly know what you mean by A cross B. It's a Cartesian product. So if R is subset of A cross B, then definitely, null set is subset of every set. Null set is subset of A cross B. Definitely it become a relation. You also know every set is subset of itself. So A cross B subset of A cross B. Therefore A cross B is also a relation. These two are important relations. This is called as, that is, null set or null relation is also called as void relation or empty relation. It is called as void or empty relation. And this one, A cross B itself, if R is equal to A cross B, that the whole Cartesian product itself, then this is called as universal relation. It is called as universal relation. One more very important relation is there, and that relation is identity relation on A. Identity relation on A. See here I am not using the word relation from A to B. I am telling identity on A means what? It is a relation from A to A. From A to A. Domain is A. Range also A. Now you see, relation from A to A. In that I want to tell identity relation on A. So identity relation on A is defined as A comma A such that A belongs to A. Such that A belongs to A. I'll give example for all this. So let me take a set A. Let A is equal to 1, 2, 3. So this is empty relation. And what will be A cross A? Our universal relation. What will be our universal relation? So A cross A is equal to, it is relation on A, from A to A. So it will be 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. This is our universal relation. What is identity relation in this? Identity relation is IA is equal to 1, 1. See, what is our definition? IA is equal to A comma A such that A belongs to A. See, 1 is there in A, therefore it is 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. This is identity relation. It is very important. I will tell you why it is very important. So this is identity relation. If R exists, let R is a relation on A, then R inverse is also a relation on A. This is called as inverse relation. So, inverse relation. Okay. If R is a relation on A, let me take R is equal to 1, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3. This is R. Then R inverse is equal to, I would like to give definition. How R will be? R is equal to A comma B such that A belongs to A, B belongs to B. R on A cross B it is. Only A is there, you see, R on A. Then what you have to take? A belongs to A, B belongs to A. This is the difference I am telling. Then R inverse is equal to B comma A. You see here, order pair only you have to inverse such that B belongs to A belongs to A. So for this, if you want to write R inverse means how it will be? 1 comma 2 is there means it will become 2 comma 1. 2 comma 2 will be same. Both are same numbers. And 3 comma 1. So this means domain of R is equal to range of R inverse and range of R is equal to domain of R inverse. So for R, this is domain which has become range, like that it is. Next we'll go for few more types of relations. Next is reflexive relation. Reflexive relation. A relation R on A, relation R on A is said to be reflexive if R is equal to A comma A for all A belongs to A. For all A belongs to A. Next is symmetric relation. Symmetric relation is a relation R on A is symmetric if AB belongs to R implies B comma A belongs to R. R on A, if AB belongs to R implies BA belongs to R. I'll give example for all. Next is transitive. Transitive relation is a relation R on A is said to be transitive if AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R implies AC belongs to R. This is first type. In transitive we have two cases. First thing is a relation R on A is said to be transitive if A comma B belongs to R, B comma C belongs to R implies AC belongs to R. This is first kind. Second kind is same transitive I am telling. Second kind is a relation R on A is said to be transitive if AB belongs to R, BC does not belongs to R and AC does not belongs to R. This is second kind. This is most important kind. A relation R on A is said to be transitive if AB belongs to R, BC does not belongs to R, therefore AC does not belongs to R. Now with the example, I want to tell you what are these relations. These are very important. You know why? Because most of the problems will come on this only. That is about reflexive, symmetric and transitive relations. Let me go through the example. So let me take a set first. A is equal to A, B, C. I want to tell you about reflexive relation. So reflexive relation means what? A comma A. For every A belongs to A. So it must be A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. If I stop, it is reflexive relation. You may ask, I told this as identity relation also. I'll write like this. R is equal to A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. I will write A comma B in this. Look here, look here. I have added one more ordered pair. This is reflexive and identity. Reflexive as well as identity relation. But this is only reflexive. This is only reflexive. This is what the difference is. Identity means only this must be there. Identity means what must be there? Only A comma A such that A belongs to A must be there. Reflexive means what must be there? A comma A. For every A belongs to A must be there. Along with that, remaining also can be there. Therefore, there is a difference between reflexive and identity. Identity means what? Only A, B, B, C, C. That means whatever the elements are there in A, that order pair only must be there. That is not compulsory in reflexive relation. We'll go for symmetric. Here I want to tell symmetric. See here, this relation is not symmetric. This relation is not symmetric. Why? Can you tell me? What is the definition of symmetric? Symmetric definition tells that if AB belongs to R, BA compulsory belongs to R. Idu ide andre idu irabeko. AB idre BA iralebeko. See, AB is there, but BA is not there. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Look at this. Look at this. This is reflexive as well as symmetric. Why? First, AB must be there. Then only question of BA. AB only not there. Then where is the question of BA? Therefore, it is reflexive, it is identity, as well as it is symmetric. As well as it is symmetric. Now let us go for transitive relation. Again, with the same example I want to explain. Now I said this is not symmetric. I am telling this is transitive. This is transitive. What is definition of transitive? We have two definitions for transitive relation. One definition says that R on A such that if AB belongs to R, BC belongs to R, AC must belongs to R. Second says that AB belongs to R, BC does not belongs to R, AC does not belongs to R. Look at this. Look at this. AB belongs to R. There is no BC. Therefore, don't ask for AC. Therefore, it is transitive relation. So, this relation A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, A comma B. This is reflexive and transitive but not symmetric. Whereas this one A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. This is reflexive, identity, symmetric and transitive. And transitive. By the second kind it is. First AB must be there, then only the discussion continues. Which is not there, so no problem. Right. This is how you have to check whether it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. We'll go more and more examples, you will understand. We'll take one more example on this. With the same set I want to discuss. Let A is ABC only. Here I will tell one more important definition. That definition is for equivalence relation. Equivalence relation. What is definition for this equivalence relation? A relation R on A is said to be equivalence if it is reflexive, symmetric and transitive at the same time. If the relation is symmetric relation, if the relation is transitive relation, if the relation is reflexive relation, then that relation is called as equivalence relation. All the three satisfied means we call it as equivalence relation. The smallest equivalence relation on this A is equal to ABC is given as R is equal to A comma A, B comma B, C comma C. Just now I discussed why it is reflexive, why it is symmetric, why it is transitive. This is the smallest reflexive relation on A. A means this set I am talking about. Okay, on this set only let me take few more examples. Let me write the another relation. R is equal to A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, AB, BA. Last time I have not taken BA, now I am taking BA. And now see, since it is there, it is reflexive. No question about it. Is it symmetric? Yes, it is symmetric. AB is there, BA also there. Is it transitive? You may be thinking, AB is there, BA is there, AA also there. See here, AB is there, BA is there, AA also there. Aste Allah. Again, you have to think. BA is there, AB is there. See what I made? You know now, while writing set, order is not important. BA is there, AB is there. So BB must be there, which is there now. Therefore, it is transitive also. Therefore, it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Hence, I can say it is equivalence relation. So, ABBA I have added means it will become equivalence relation. Instead of ABBA, for the same thing, I will remove A comma B, B comma A. I will remove A comma B, B comma A. I will add A comma C, C comma A. Now also it is equivalence relation. Same discussion go for. Instead of AB, I have taken AC. Similarly, if I take BC, CB, then also it is equivalence relation. So if you add like this, it will become equivalence relation. I can write R like this also. It is A comma A, B comma B, C comma C, AB, AC, BA, BC, CA, CB. I have written universal relation on A. Universal relation on A. See, R is nothing but A cross A. 9 elements are there. 3 means 3 into 3 will become 9. So this is also equivalence relation. Smallest equivalence relation on A is this. The biggest equivalence relation on A is this. We'll go for problems now. Before I go for problems, I will give you one list. List I have made. I'll give you the list. Okay. Now, generally I want to tell you about some of the relations without taking like in question format, A, B, C, D option. Instead of that, I want to talk you about some of the most common examples. Let me go for plane figures first. In plane figures, what do they do is, they will talk either about straight line or about triangle. Okay, right. What will be the set? Let A be the set of straight lines in the plane. See, if set is not there, relation doesn't exist. Therefore, you have to observe what is our set. So, I am telling, if A is a set of straight lines in a plane, that is the set. So, I want to tell the relation is parallel relation. You have to discuss reflexive, symmetric, transitive and equivalence relation. You know, no, any line is parallel to itself. Therefore, it is reflexive. The condition parallel relation is reflexive. See, if L1 is parallel to L2, definitely L2 is parallel to L1. So this is reflexive, symmetric. Now think about transitive. L1 is parallel to L2, L2 is parallel to L3. If L2 is not there, or if it is there also, L1 is parallel to L3 only, no? Therefore it is transitive. Since it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, I can say it is equivalence relation. Next I want to take perpendicular. Okay. Perpendicular lines means how it will be? Let this is L1 and this is L2. Okay. See, if I write only L1, we know any line cannot be perpendicular to itself. So L1 is perpendicular to L1 itself is not possible. Therefore, perpendicular relation is not reflexive. If L1 is perpendicular to L2, definitely L2 is also perpendicular to L1. So I can say it is symmetric. What about transitive? I have taken L1 is perpendicular to L2. Let me take L3. This is L3. See here, this is perpendicular. L1 is perpendicular to L2. L2 is perpendicular to L3. Look at L1 and L3. They look like parallel. That means they are not perpendicular. Therefore, it is not transitive. Therefore, it is not equivalence. Perpendicular relation is only symmetric. So, if the straight lines are given, they will ask parallel, perpendicular. Parallel means reflexive, symmetric, transitive, equivalence. Perpendicular means only symmetric. Similarly, about triangle they want to ask means they will give set as, let A is set of all triangles in the plane. They may ask you congruent triangles. You know, congruent means due to certain postulates, two triangles are going to become congruent to each other. Every triangle is congruent to itself, therefore reflexive. If one triangle is congruent to another, if two triangles are there, both are congruent to each other, therefore it is symmetric. If one is congruent to 2, 2 is congruent to 3, definitely 1 and 3 are congruent, therefore it is transitive, hence it is equivalence. Similar discussion will go for similar triangles. This is also reflexive, symmetric, transitive and equivalence. I know you followed how similar triangles have to be discussed. Okay, this is about figures, how the questions will come. Now we'll go for comparison between numbers. So how they compare, two numbers are there means how you are going. They will give set like natural numbers or integers, real numbers, something they give set like that. They will give the relation equals. If you see 1 is equal to 1, any number is equal to itself. Therefore it is reflexive. And if two numbers are equal, suppose A, B are numbers. If A is equal to B, definitely B is equal to A. You may ask, how can we say that 1 is equal to 2? Of course, 1 is not equal to 2. If 1 is equal to 2 exists, definitely 2 is equal to 1 exists. That's what I am telling. If AB is there, then only discuss about BA. AB only not there, then also we call it as symmetric. If two numbers are equal means AB is equal to BA will happen. Similarly, transitive. This we use most of the time. A is equal to B, B is equal to C. Definitely A is equal to C. Transitive, hence it is equivalence relation. Next is less than. We can't say the number is less than 2 itself. 3 is less than 3. No meaning. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Is it symmetric? If 3 is less than 8, 8 can't be less than 3. Therefore, it is not symmetric. Is it transitive? 2 is less than 5. 5 is less than 8. Therefore, 2 is less than 8. Therefore, it is transitive. Okay. You have to be very careful when only one relations are going to be exist. Less than relation is only transitive. Less than relation is only transitive. Seventh is less than or equal to. Less than or equal to. See, just I made less than or equal to, so it is reflexive. A is less than A is wrong. A is less than or equal to A is right. Therefore, it is reflexive. The same discussion goes not symmetric but transitive. Same discussion I told. Same will follow for two more. I will write what are those two more. Okay. See, 8th one. Greater than, less than ಏನೇನೇನೇನು ಹೇಳ್ತೀವೋ ಅದೇ. Therefore, greater than is not reflexive, not symmetric, but transitive. What about greater than or equal to? Of course, A is greater than or equal to A is true, therefore reflexive. If A is greater than or equal to B, B cannot be greater than or equal to A, therefore not symmetric, transitive. Yesterday itself you have learnt linear inequality, you might know very well. So it is transitive. Next thing. So this is about comparison. You see, comparison means what? Less than, greater than, equal. Only that's it. Next, I am going for human relations. Human relations, you know, no? You enjoy also. Okay. I'll start with father of relation. Set, how they want to give set? Set will be like this. Let A is set of population in certain city at the same time. You have to be careful at the same time. I'll tell one example why you have to be careful whether they have given at the same time or not, like that. Okay, father of. Nobody can be father of himself or herself. Not reflexive. Okay, not symmetric. Because reverse will become son of, no? Reverse will become son of. You want to take example means you can take so many examples. One you would like to ask me means, see, if Raghav is father of Renu, Renu can't be father of Raghav. Renu will become daughter of or else. If Raghav is father of Lakshman, Lakshman will become son of. So it is not symmetric. It is not symmetric. Is it transitive? No. Why? If Raghav is father of Lakshman, Lakshman is father of Sita, Raghav will become what? Grandfather, not father. So it is not transitive. Father of relation is neither reflexive, nor symmetric, nor transitive. Same discussion for whom? Mother of. I hope you are following. 12th one. I'll take brother. Brother of. Okay. You can't be brother of yourself. Wait. Okay. So it is not reflexive. Is it symmetric? You want to say yes? It is no. Because you see, I'll tell you. Let me take one example. What example I want to take is, Lava is brother of Kusha. You may say, yes, Kusha is brother of Lava. No, one example. Lava is brother of Lavanya. Lavanya can't be brother of Lava. You have to think in all the way. Therefore, it is not symmetric. What about transitive? Transitive, you take. Lava is brother of Kusha. Kusha is brother of Lavanya. See, Lava is brother of Lavanya only. Therefore, it is transitive. Same thing for whom? Same thing for sister of. Same thing for sister of. 14th is, can you tell me what will be the 14th? 14th is wife of. 14th is wife of. Sister of, not reflexive, not symmetric, but transitive. Wife of. I can't be wife of myself, no. Therefore, it is not reflexive. Now you see, symmetric, obviously, no need to discuss. It is not symmetric. What about transitive? I know it is transitive because of second case. Remember what is second case? I'll give example. What example I should give? I'll give example. See, Aishwarya is wife of Abhishek. Aishwarya is wife of Abhishek. Abhishek can't be wife of anybody. See, AB exists. BC does not exist. Therefore, no question of AC. Therefore, it is wife of relation is transitive. Have you understood? Have you understood? Wife of relation is neither reflexive nor symmetric but transitive. Same thing for husband. Reflexive, symmetric agala, transitive agatte. Okay, 16th is friend of. Friend of. I am friend of myself. In fact, I am good friend of myself. Therefore, it is reflexive. Is it symmetric? Yes. Yes, it is symmetric. Is it transitive? Is it transitive? No. Why it is not transitive? Tell me. I'll give one example. You imagine. See, there might be two friends. I'll give one example. You take this example. See, Huda is friend of Ayman. Okay, Huda is friend of Ayman, and Ayman is friend of Sarah. Okay, these two are friends because they have studied in same school till 10th. What happened? These two are friends because they are studying in same college. Maybe Huda went to different college, so she might not know who is Sarah. Have you understood? So Huda can't be friend of Sarah. AB is there, BC is there, AC is not happening. Therefore, friend of relation is not transitive. Okay, friend of relation is reflexive, symmetric, but not transitive. I hope you all following. Next, I would like to take okay, see, 70. Taller. Okay. Taller relation can't be reflexive. How can I be taller than myself? So not reflexive. And it is not symmetric. If I am taller than somebody and that somebody can't be taller than me. Greater taranedu, just like greater. Is it transitive? Yes, it is transitive. But here I will tell you, okay, in taller, one more, they will give little change, they will change like this, taller by some number they will fix, taller by 0.3 centimeter, taller by 0.3 centimeter. Now what happens? It can't be reflexive, it can't be symmetric, it can't be transitive also. See here, AB belongs to R happens means what? A is 0.3 centimeter taller than B. A is 0. Wait. This is A. This is B. So A is, this difference is 0.3 centimeter. Okay, AB belongs to R. Now BC belongs to R means how should I write? B is okay. Now you see this difference is 0.3. Now compare for A and C. It has become more, no? Not 0.3. What is the relation? Taller by 0.3 centimeter. It has become 0.6. Therefore, it is not transitive. You have to be very careful whether they have given only taller or taller by certain number. If certain number is there, neither reflexive nor symmetric, not transitive. Okay. Next one. Next one is divisible by. Next one is divisible by. Divisible by, you know, every number is divisible by itself. 2 is divisible by 2. So it is reflexive. If A is divisible by B, definitely B is not divisible by A. Don't ask me, no, you can keep decimal and no. They will give natural numbers. They will give set as natural number. So it is not symmetric. It is transitive. Okay. Next, 20 is divides. You know now what do you mean by divisible by and divides. Divides also same discussion. Reflexive, not symmetric, transitive. If you are practicing all these 20 I have given, then you will get some confidence to decide reflexive, symmetric, transitive. Now I'll go for next sums I will take. Okay, problems. We'll go problematic version now. First question. For real number x and y, we define x related to y if x minus y plus root 5 is an irrational number, the relation is. They have clearly mentioned x and y are real numbers. So you have to take real numbers. Relation defined as x minus y plus root 5 is an irrational number. You have to judge whether it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive or none of these. Okay, look here. For reflexive means what you have to take? Both same numbers you have to take. For all A belongs to A comma A belongs to R. That is the thing. So whatever the number you choose, for x and y, same number you need to choose. See here, say when you choose same number, what happens? Both get cancelled. See here, plus minus is there. For example, if I consider a number, real number I have to choose. No, if I choose 2 as real number, 2 minus 2 plus root 5. Plus 2 minus 2 cancel, root 5 is an irrational number, therefore it will become reflexive. Any number you take, if you want you take root 3. So root 3 minus root 3 plus root 5. Root 3 cancel, root 5 is an irrational number. So it will become reflexive. Therefore this relation is reflexive. You may think it might be symmetric also. It might be symmetric also. Say one example I would. Actually you can stop because see here only one correct option is there. You got reflexive already. Therefore you can choose reflexive. But for your clarity I am checking symmetric. I will take one example. I will take root 5 comma 5 belongs to R. Let me show you. Root 5 minus 5 plus root 5. Root 5 plus root 5 is 2 root 5. 2 root 5 minus 5. Of course, it is an irrational number. This is there in relation. Now, symmetric means what you have to do? Reverse you have to make it. So, when I reverse it, how it will become? 5 comma root 5. 5 comma root 5 means what? 5 minus root 5 plus root 5. Root 5 get cancelled. 5 will remains. 5 is not an irrational number. After applying here, the resultant must be an irrational number, which is not an irrational number. Therefore, it is not symmetric. I hope you are following. Okay, therefore, it is not symmetric. Again, to check transitive, I would like to take this example. For transitive, this is the example. Let me take 10 comma root 10 belongs to R. Root 10 comma root 5 belongs to R. You can see it will belongs. If you substitute here, 10 minus root 10 plus root 5 is an irrational number. Root 10 minus root, here only I will write. This is 10 minus root 10 plus root 5. Yes, of course, it is an irrational number. Here you see root 10 minus root 5 plus root 5. Though it get cancelled, root 10 is there. Again, it is also an irrational number. So, to check transitivity, I have to take this much. That is 10 comma root 5. See, 10 comma root 5 does not belongs to R. Why? Because 10 minus root 5 plus root 5. These two get cancelled. 10 is not an irrational number. Therefore, it is not transitive. So, reflexive is the right answer. So, for this, option 1 is the correct answer. Look at next one. Let R is equal to 3, 3, 6, 6, 9, 9, 12, 12, 6, 12, 3, 9, 3, 12, 3, 6. Be a relation on A is equal to 3, 6, 9, 12. The relation is, look at the options, reflexive, symmetric, equivalence, reflexive, reflexive and transitive only. In every option reflexive is there and it is easy to find whether it is reflexive or not. Just let us see whether it is reflexive or not first. See, 3, 6, 9, 12 is there means in the set. 3, 3 is there, 6, 6 is there, 9, 9 is there, 12, 12 is there. Yes, it is reflexive. Immediately we'll go for symmetric because in the first option symmetric is there. So symmetric means what? If AB is there, BA must be there. 6, 12 is there, 12, 6 is not there. Can you see here? 6, 12 is there, 12, 6 must be there, but 12, 6 is not there. Also, 3, 9 is there, 9, 3 is not there. If one order pair fails to give its explanation, then the total relation is failed. So 3, 9 is there, 9, 3 is also not there, 3, 12, anything you can take. Therefore, it is not symmetric. So our first option fails. Second option also fails immediately. If it is reflexive, symmetric, transitive, then only it is equivalent. Since it is not symmetric, it is not equivalence. Then we are left with transitive. Because third option is reflexive, of course it is. You have to check for transitive also. So, to check transitive, I will take, from this I will start because anyhow there is no need to check there. I will take 6, 12. I am checking transitive relation. 6, 12 is there. Is there any order pair which starts with 12? I am checking. See 12. See, nothing is there to start with. Of course, this is there. If I write 12, 12, again it will become 6, 12, which is there. So, no need to take. So, this is no problem for us. Let me take 3, 9. Let me take 3, 9. I have to check from 9 any order pair is there or not. From 9 you see is not there. Leave it. Then I will take 3, 12. Of course, again the same thing. From 12 no order pair is repeating. No problem for us. Next this one I have to take 3, 6. 3, 6. Okay. 3, 6 there is there. From 6 any order pair is there. See here 6, 12 is there. 6, 12. You see 3, 6 is there. 6, 12 is there. Definitely 3, 12 must present. 3, 12 must present. Look here 3, 12 also there. Okay. So 3, 6. Is there any other order pair which starts with 6? No. So this, everything follows transitive law. Therefore, this is reflexive and transitive only. It is not symmetric. It is reflexive and transitive only. Like this you have to check. When you have to check transitive, every order pair you have to take individually and you have to check. Third question. Let A and B be two sets such that n of A cross B is equal to 6. If three elements of A cross B are 3, 2, 7, 5, 8, 5, then what is there in the option? No question. You have to see option. They have given set A, set B. Last option is none. So that means you have to find out A set as well as B set. Okay. So if they are talking about A cross B, so A cross B will be like this. A cross B is equal to AB. A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Therefore, first element is A. Take first element 3, 7, 8. So, A is equal to 3, 7, 8. Is it there in the option? See, A is equal to 3, 7, 8. That is our correct answer. Look at fourth one. Let R be relation in N defined by R is equal to xy such that x plus 2y is equal to 8. The range of R is, they are asking about range. Range means x is domain, y is range. They are asking you to find y. Look at this relation. X plus 2y is equal to 8. Can I take like this? 2y is equal to 8 minus x. Y is equal to 8 minus x by 2. So, they are telling RB relation in N. RB relation in N. So, you have to substitute natural number only. If you put x is equal to 1, you won't get. Why? Because 8 minus 1 is 7. 7 by 2 is not a natural number. Can I take 2? If I take 2, what happens? 8 minus 2 is 6. Yeah, you can go with 2. Like that you have to go through. So, x is equal to 2, y is equal to. Substitute 2 here. 8 minus 2 is 6. 6 by 2 is 3. You cannot take 3. Go for 4. X is equal to 4. 8 minus 4 is 4. 4 by 2 is 2. So, y is equal to 2. After 4, you have to take 6. 8 minus 6 is 2. 2 gets cancelled. Y is equal to 1. After 6, if I take 8, what happens? 8 minus 8 is 0. 0 by 2 is 0, which is not a natural number. You cannot go further. So, y is this much. That is 1, 2, 3. So, this is our correct answer. If A is equal to 1, 2, 3, then the relation R is equal to 2, 3 in A is. They have given only one order pair. Sorry, they have given only one order pair, 2, 3. Of course, you can easily say it is not reflexive because 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3 is not there. It is not symmetric because 2, 3 is there. 3, 2 compulsory there, but it is not there. So, you are left with transitive. Transitive of second kind, transitive only. Look at 6, 1. Which of the following is not an equivalence relation in Z? They are asking not an equivalence relation. Look here. A plus B is an even integer. Before I go for any of the explanation, look at this. A less than B. I discussed already. If less than is there, it is not an equivalence relation. So, just tick this. This is our correct option. Which of the following relation in R is an equivalence relation? R in R means relation in real numbers. Is an equivalence relation. They are asking which is equivalence relation. See, by looking at the option itself, you can go through the option. This is the correct answer. See here, equals is there. This is divisible by, less than or equal to, sorry, this is greater than or equal to, this is less than, which are not an equivalence relation. Eighth one, if A is equal to, set A is equal to ABCD, set B is equal to 1, 2, 3, which of the following sets of ordered pairs are not relations from A to B? See, this is very important. They are telling A to B. A to B means first elements must be in A, second elements must be in B. They are asking which order pairs are not the relations from A to B. See here, first element is A, therefore correct it is. First element you see B, C, D, correct it is. Only first element you have to observe. A, D, 3. What is this? First element is 3, which is not possible for A to B. Therefore, this is not relation from A to B. This is not the suitable ordered pair for the relation from A to B. Next question. Let's set A is equal to 1, 2, 3. The total number of distinct relations that can be defined over A is. They are asking how many possible relations are there over A. What do you mean by relation? Just to remember the definition. Relation is subset of Cartesian product. So, relation is subset of Cartesian product. If n of A contains 3 elements, then definitely n of A cross A contains 3 into 3, 9 elements. Since relation is subset, What is the formula for number of subsets formula? Number of subsets formula is 2 to the power n. Here n is equal to 9. Therefore, number of distinct relations over A is 2 to the power 9. Look at the last question on this topic. Suppose n of A is equal to P. Number of elements in the set A is equal to P. N of B is equal to Q. And n of A cross B is equal to 7. Then, what is P square plus Q square? We'll go here. They are telling n of A cross B is equal to 7. You know this. N of A cross B is nothing but n of A into n of B. This is equal to 7 they are telling. See, product of two things is 7 means only one possibility. 7 into 1 is equal to 7 or 1 into 7 is equal to 7. This is the only possibility. So, what you have to take? You have to take either P is equal to 7 or Q is equal to 7. If P is 7, I take like this. Wait, don't get confused. So, you take like this. If P is equal